Okay, let's just go through it. Let's go through the whole thing because it's good to do another one of these because I guarantee you other people are struggling on these. So the first thing I do, I have to graph both of those lines. So let's graph that 1/2 x plus 5. So that means I'm going to find the y-intercept of 5 and put a point there. And since it's 1/2, I'm going to go up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. Now, normally I probably wouldn't do all those dots, but on a problem like this, I would because it's really important that we know where exact points are. So I'm going to do as many points as I can, and then I'll draw my line through it. All right, so that's my 1/2 x plus 5. My other one is negative 2 plus 10, so that means I have to go all the way up to 10. And since my slope is negative 2, I'm really thinking of it as being negative 2 over 1. So that means go down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. So let's do that. Down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. So this is my full line going through here. All right, the way the problem is set up, I'm actually looking for a quadrilateral formed by the x, y, and our two lines. So I'm looking for a shape that has 4 sides to it. Well, that would be this shape right here. It's the only shape that has 4 sides. In other words, it has a bound that is our x-axis, it's got a bound that is our y-axis, and it's got our 2 lines defining that shape. So what I'm looking for is the area of this weird shape right here. Well, it's hard to find that exact area. But if I just included just a little bit up here, that's a bit extreme. Let's make this size a little bit smaller. If I just include this little triangle up here, we can see that I actually have a big triangle. This is something I can find the area of. I can find the area, I'm going to call it area red plus yellow because that matches my drawing. My area of red plus yellow is going to be that area of that entire triangle. Well, this big triangle here has a base of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that distance right here is 5. It has a total height, let's see if I can lock that in, height of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this entire length right here is 10. So that triangle, the area of it's going to be half of base times height. Well, half of 10 is 5. 5 times 5 is 25. But we know that's not the area I'm looking for. I'm looking for just the yellow. So I need to subtract out that red. So that red, what I'm going to look for, and let's see if I can highlight this a little better. I'm looking at right here. I'm kind of coloring it in purple. Right here is the base of that triangle. Because I can now find a height that's right here. Do you see that height here? So now I have a base and I have a height. So the base is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that base right there, let's leave it in that color, is 5. And the height is going to be 1, 2. So the area of just the red one, let's call it area R, is going to be 1/2 that base, which is 5, times the height, which is 2. Well, that's 10 divided by 2, which equals 5. So the area of just the yellow, that was the section I was looking for, would be 25 minus 5, which equals 20. Does that make more sense? Feel a little more comfortable with that one? Okay, good. Yeah, Isabel.
Can you go over 13?
Go over 13, yeah.
When I did it, I didn't know how to do it. I was going off the graph.
Oh, okay. It shouldn't go off the graph.
Yeah, that's
Okay, so let's graph it, and then we'll see what we did. All right, the first one I'm doing is negative 3 over 2x minus 3. So that means I'm going to go to negative 3. Oh, are you saying like doing the slope off the graph? Mm-hmm. Okay, so our slope says basically negative 3 over 2 tells me to go down and to the right, correct? Mm-hmm. So we're going to say, well, I can't go down and to the right. So instead, we're going to go the opposite. I'm going to go up 3 and left 2. So that would be up 3, left 2. notice that both of them would lead to that same straight line. So if you're ever going to go off the graph, just go the opposite direction. So we are going to go up 3, left 2. It's kind of like, so if you look at the slope, let's talk about that slope real quick. So this slope equals -3/2, right? But I can write that as 3/-2, which would mean going up 3, left 2. It doesn't matter where you put the negative. I usually put it on top so you go up or down, but in this case it's not going to work. So we're going to go up 3/2, up 3/2, up 3. Well, I can't do any more, so that's going to be my line. I think we have to do kind of the same thing on the next one because I don't think we can go both directions with it. So my other line, we are starting at x or y equals 4, and it tells me to go up 1/4. Once again, I can't do that because that's off the graph. So we're going to go the opposite direction. We're going to go down and to the left. So I'm going to go down and to the left 4. So it's going to lead to that point right there. Let me get rid of those because those are going to get in my way. Let's do that in purple. So that would be right here. Down 1, left 4 would be somewhere over here, but I don't have that. So we're just going to draw our line. All right, now we look for the shape that's defined by all 4 sides. Well, that means I'm looking for a shape that has 4 sides. That's this shape here, 2, 3, 4. It's bound by the x, by the y, this line, and that line. So I'm looking for this area right here. So let's go through this whole problem, actually. It's good to see 2 of these. So I'm actually looking for this yellow area. That yellow area doesn't form a shape that I know how to find the area of. So what we're going to do is we're going to tack on a red section again. And we'll see that yellow plus that red equal a big triangle. So we're going to find the area of yellow plus red. Well, if you look at the area of yellow plus red, we would have a base right here, right along the side here, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's going to be 7. So our base is going to be 7. Let's go ahead and draw a little thing saying what I'm measuring. I'm measuring that as being 7. The height of this triangle is actually right here. It's that purple line I'm drawing. Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that area of that big triangle is going to be half 7 times 4, which is half of 4, which is 2. 2 times 7 is 14. Now we need to subtract out that little red triangle. Well, if you look at that little red triangle, it has a base of 3 and a height of 2. So that area of that red one is going to be half of 3 times 2, which is going to equal 3. Well, the area of the yellow is just going to be big minus small, which is going to equal 11. Does that make more sense on how to do it? If it goes off the graph, just go the opposite direction. But you got to switch both directions. Down and to the right can turn into up and to the left. All right, other questions from the homework? Okay.